I promise you, I'm not friends with none of these dudes. Like, I ain't looking at it like that. If I was friends with them, it's wartime now. Like, with a exception of Keyshawn. Other than that, anybody can get it. But I don't need none of y'all to like fight my battles, put words in my mouth. I don't need none of that, because at the end of the day, I can do it myself. You feel me? So it's like, I don't need y'all to go make media things of me saying this and turning it into something else when it's really not that. Like, I'm not doing that. I wasn't even talking about them, and y'all like making these things. So, you know, I appreciate the media. You feel me? I don't got nothing against the media. I know y'all just doing y'all job. Keep doing what y'all doing. I ain't saying nothing bad about y'all. I'm just saying I can fight my own battles. I don't need no help. So don't run with anything that I done said. Because yesterday when I was talking about Jermaine Ortiz. Like, I was saying, you know, because he the one who is more realistic right now. He's the one who's like, you feel me? Me and Dev could get it in right now too. Like I said yesterday, I feel I'm the best person in boxing, so ain't nothing gonna change. I still feel this way. Everything Gucci. I don't need y'all, you feel me? Like, my energy gonna switch. My energy gonna stay the same. It's wartime. Fuck all these niggas. I'm not friends with none of them. I'm not friends with nobody. Only person that's my little brother that I love is Keyshawn. Other than that, I'm Gucci.
No new friend, we don't do that. I could break friend where your real friends at. Yeah, I said we started from the bottom, now we here. Shakur Stevenson says he ain't accepting no new friend outside of Keyshawn, barring Keyshawn Davis. Anybody can get it. That's a word to Adrian Broner that came in. Fight World, it's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. The clip you seen, Shakur Stevenson went live yesterday, and he wanted to get a few things off his chest. For starters, he said he don't got no beef with the media. It's not going to be him versus the media. He likes the media, but he says he doesn't need the media to fight any of his battles. He says he got that. He's a soldier, 10 toes down. He don't need the media to basically kind of instigate and or hype up their own type of message to opponents. He said, I got that. You know, when it comes time to fight, that's what I'm good at, type of thing. So he don't need anybody to ad lib on his behalf and put words in his mouth. This is what Shakur Stevenson was saying. Now, he also talked about fighting and fighting anybody. And this is just me paraphrasing. You guys can catch the full IG. It's live on YouTube. But he basically said, and I cut it up for you guys and subtitled it so you guys can see. He said that barring Keyshawn Davis, anybody can get it. Anybody else is open season and fair game. Keyshawn Davis, that's his little brother. That's who he really looks at as, you know, kin and somebody who's off limits that he wouldn't fight. But anybody else that you may have seen him with, he says if it's time to fight and it makes sense and, you know, basically that check is right, then it don't matter. At that point, it's wartime. And he says he's confident in his ability. Now, one thing you cannot deny about Shakur Stevenson, he is absolutely confident in himself. From every interview, like he's unapologetically, and I can respect that because that's me. Like, I'm unapologetic. When I give you guys my breakdowns, I don't really care who likes it. I said Ryan was gonna lose. I thought the fight was a mismatch before the fight. I don't wait for outcomes, and you guys seen it. You know, I don't care whose feelings get hurt because that's not my intent. And when you live your life such as I, and you live your life pure, you don't really care. You just have to be true to yourself. So I can respect that from Shakur Stevenson. Every interview that I've heard him, he kind of pitches the same message. Him versus everybody. He believes in his skill set, as you should. I mean, I can relate to it on a lot of levels. Like, for me, what do I look like being a YouTuber saying somebody's better than me? I don't think nobody's better than me. I don't care what no one's talking about. Don't solicit, because you will be blocked, because we don't do that over here. But don't start putting a bunch of channel names and stuff. I don't care who's talking about what. I'm the best. I'm the best in the business. Why would I work this hard to feel like I'm some consolidation prize or somebody else is nicer than me? So I can relate to it. I can respect it from Shakur Stevenson. And the thing you got to admire is Shakur Stevenson, he's not sounding diluted. He's not sounding like he's just saying stuff, because that does become a fine line. There are a lot of people who say all these things and rah, rah, rah and talk, but their performances don't really match. Shakur Stevenson, the talk and the actions are lining up. Shakur Stevenson is extremely hard to hit, and he keeps finessing and working on his skills and improving, and his offense is awesome. If you look at his plus and minus and his stats and how many rounds he's lost, like out of all of his rounds since he turned pro, he's not really losing many rounds. So he does pass the eye test and he does look that good. Of course, I would like to see him against bigger names than the names that I personally want to see, like more in line with how he fought Oscar Valdez and fights like that. I think tons of guys, but he did address that. He said he was down to chunk him with William Zepeda of Golden Boy. He said he was down to fight Pitbull Cruz, but he says he doesn't believe those guys wanted to fight, so he can't force somebody to sign the contract. So this could be maybe an ongoing issue for Shakur Stevenson. I don't know. I'm not going to get on here and say Pitbull ducked and all that. I don't know the parameters, because sometimes there's different phases in boxing and the message don't even get to the person, like to the point where they actually said, I don't want to fight, or they were in charge of it. Like Golden Boy, they probably circumvented any type of talks. And I think that definitely is what it is, because I don't think Oscar De La Hoya, I don't think he wanted Ryan Garcia to fight Gervonta Davis right now. But Ryan was the one that was insistent. And even with the William Zepeda, you heard Oscar copping pleas for Shakur Stevenson, saying we got to build up Zepeda and stuff. We know what time it is. We know what that means. When you say, oh, he don't sell and we got to build him up, you don't want the work. You don't want the wreck. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Like Shakur Stevenson, he got to just stay on his guided path and keep performing like he's doing. And then we'll get to the bigger fights. Let me know what you guys think of his statements. No new friends. We don't feel that. F a fake friend, where your real friends at. And I'm out.